Yes.
Hard to think about anything besides Chloe at the moment. But if I want her to remain alive, I need to start finding answers now. Where can I dig up more information on Abraxas? Maybe I can find someone to help me.
Okay. Chloe. Chloe, yo, Max. I get it if I'm the last person. Wait, let me know if you need me to come meet up with you. The admin building isn't too far. Max, you literally just walked away from me. I haven't made it up the stairs yet. Though, to be fair, I'm not sure the staircase has an end to it. Just JFC. Just fucking cereal. If I wasn't dead already, this walk would do it. Don't joke about that. Deal. Okay, I think I've climbed Mount Science. I'm heading in. Good luck. Send updates live. Hey, heads up. There's an important visitor coming to your office now. Are you going to give me any more than that? Honestly, I don't think my thumbs can handle the amount of explanation it requires. Better just to talk to her. Sure. Ready to receive your mystery guess? Speaking of, you broke in the Abraxas house last night? Yes. But how? I connected some dots between my police scanner and the security text blast. Knowing you, didn't we agree not to make any major changes? I wasn't trying to. I was looking around the outside and I saw something strange. Next thing I know, I was in the basement and with Loretta. Sirens started blaring and the house almost came down on our heads. With Loretta, didn't you see something about her in the original fire? Yes. Loretta's March. But what's the connection? I don't know, but I'm realizing we need to start collecting everything you find. We have no idea what might be important. I want you to submit everything related to the fire. I'll transcribe and catalog it all and create a database of any evidence for us to review later. Will do. Thank you, Moses. Okay. Meet with Finn. Sleeping. There's light over that Frankenstein place. Dereliction of duty. Loud enough, guys? Yeah, it's loud. Hello. 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 Okay. Should be good, right?
When a slogan feels like a personal attack.
Time to look forward.
Ugh, the Caledon rebrand is beginning. Can I put my International Photography Award in here? Maybe we get Owen to take me seriously. Abraxas is really going to war with the administration. Not sure who's winning.
After the events of Labor Day weekend, the store will remain locked every Friday at 5 p.m. until Monday at 8 a.m. While school spirit is an admirable quality, and the Abraxas Society logo does contain a rooster, the Society is reminded that roosters are not pranks. They are living creatures that did not enjoy being sequestered in the mailroom. Slower down.
Did someone vandalize this plaque? Or are they trying to add to Gretchen's list of accomplishments?
Gretchen Kostov. Class of 1964. Member of Caledon University's first co-ed class. Gretchen pioneered the Caledon Women's Equality League, the Caledon Caller, and other initiatives that continue making Caledon a great place for students to this day.
Learning through osmosis. Not a well-respected field, but the early research is promising.
Okay, guys.
I hope Loretta learned something from her brush with disaster last night, but I doubt it. Good morning. Okay.
Oh god.
Promise
What a
to
shit.
promise.
What happened last night was terrifying. I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Question 1. What is your connection to the Abraxas Society?
I don't have one. Some of my students are members, but I'm not.
Then why were you in their basement last night?
Abraxas is good at keeping secrets. I don't know if any of those secrets are dangerous, but I want to find out.
Question 2. Should students be concerned about an unchecked secret society running...
Loretta. My turn. How are you doing?
I'm coping, honestly. I think it would help me get some closure if I understood what happened last night.
Okay.
I respect the need for closure. And for answers.
I swear, Max. There's something weird about this. Abraxas is hiding something. Nobody's been able to take them on, ever. The Caledon Crier has been publishing for 60 years. You know what's in their archives? Puff pieces on how Abraxas throws the best parties. I've searched Abraxas and every other creepy occult word I could think of. Nothing of substance.
I'll make you a deal. In lieu of any more grilling, How about I find you some more search terms? Then we can pool our research.
I'll consider it.
Abraxas has a lot of secrets. It's time somebody cracked them. I hope Yasmin forgives me for lying about Safi. I could really use a friend on this president wall.
Shit.
Yasmin was far from perfect, but damn do I miss having her in charge. I don't think Vin has let all of his recent success get to his head, but it's hard to tell with him. Vin's moved up in the world since his administrative assistant days. Guessing the university wouldn't pay for a new nameplate, so he made one himself. Classic Vin. I can't believe Vin saddled his hedgehog with his own totally not embarrassing middle name.
Aloysius.
Vin has really built a career for himself as Caledon's president whisperer.
What is this?
What the hell? You towed my car?
You mispronounced. Thank you for saving my job, Vin. I owe you
What?
several drinks. Owen is furious that the demolition was held up. What do you think would happen if you found out you were there? Why were you there?
There is something strange going on. It's centered around the Abraxas house, and I think you know what it is.
Max, I don't have time for your sleuthing. Owen needs my help. The board is asking questions, and there goes my Saturday.
What has he gotten you mixed up in?
Nothing. The Abraxas house was irreparably damaged by the storm.
Didn't look that bad to me.
And Owen's Caledon 2.0 plans hinge on the future site of the Scientific Institute for Caledon. Unfortunately abbreviated, SICK. I know he's a dick. But the board. So...
Loretta was in the house last night. Owen's recklessness could have gotten her killed.
Owen fast-tracked a planned demolition. Loretta was creeping around a condemned building in the middle of the night. Who's reckless here?
I don't understand. You were the president of Abraxas. Doesn't this bother you?
Of course it does. I want to keep Caledon weird. And I want to keep the Abraxas house in all of its haunted glory. But this is happening. All I can do is advocate. For Abraxas, you, and the arts in general, I'm doing my best. Now, are you going to take my word for it? Or are you going to keep asking me questions that I can't answer?
Owen wants Satan.
If someone wanted to learn more about Abraxas, who should they talk to?
Oh, God. Are you part of Loretta's weird crusade?
I don't mean Abraxas any harm, but I have questions. And I know better than to ask you.
Listen. Don't bother talking to anyone. The secret society has been secretive since the 90s, but it wasn't always that way. All I'm saying.
That's all.
I can see you're swamped. I'll leave you to it.
Stay out of trouble, please.
Okay, I guess. That's all I'm trying to do with my life. Shut up. So how do I research this shit?
So, what do we know?
Nothing. We need to keep digging.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Look for Gretchen Kostov.
The founder of the newspaper? There's gonna be a lot. Okay. Several articles written by her. A few reviews of her films, and... Huh.
The Abraxas Society wasn't always the Abraxas Society.
But it seems like the occultist stuff was there from the beginning.
December 11th, 1979. Was a quarterly price change in this biggest change in next year. The group is inviting members to submit ideas for new names, which should be voted on in the upcoming semester. The league has already seen many changes in the last decade. Founder Gretchen Kostov had to fight a battle. First in establishing the group, and later when finding them housing off campus. At the time, according to the prologue, any household two of them were living together was legally a brothel. What the okay. Since setting up residency at 3180 Fremont Street, the group has hosted numerous anti-war protests and seasonal occult rituals. All members are tight-lipped about their ceremonies. Several members have stated that the group is neither a cult nor a cult. The league started allowing male members last year, perhaps prompting this change. Gretchen Costa, the league's founder, the departure of their Fremont Street headquarters in 1960.
So, what do we know?
Nothing? We need to keep digging.
I'll be right back.
Okay, what else?
If a bunch of rowdy Abraxans start building a bonfire, it could get bad, fast.
Playing with fire. Fire is nature's most beautiful and dangerous element. While we often think only of its destructive potential, it can also represent new beginnings, as fire can cleanse and reshape as well as destroy. It reminds the modern witch that she contains enormous power, which can turn dangerous, even devastating, if used without control. If you want to incorporate fire into your practice, a few pillar candles red if you wish will bring power and focus to your next ritual. Or consider building a bonfire, or the video of the flame is on full display. Bonfire rituals are especially potent. Spells of banishment or forgetting. Plagued with thoughts of an ex. What better way to move forward than by taking an old love letter or photo, co-signing it to the flames? Okay.
If a bunch of rowdy Abraxans start building a bonfire, it could get bad, fast.
Animal symbology.
I always thought Abraxas was creepy. But at least it's the least creepy rooster-reptile hybrid.
Rooster reptile hybrids. And the mythological bestiary. A surprising number of creatures come from a very unlikely parent. That of a rooster and a reptile. The list below is not even an exhaustive one. See Chapter 9, Local Legends, for information on Snallygaster. Basilisk. Head and body of a rooster, tail of a snake. Created from a snake or toad egg hatched by a chicken, its gaze is instantly fatal, and its breath can choke victims. Weakness, weasels. Abraxas. Head of a rooster, body of a serpent, for legs. Differing accounts, either an Egyptian god or a demon. And is said to have magic meaning, maybe a shortened form of abracadabra. Historical associations of time, destiny, and balance. Okay. Cockatrice, head of a rooster. Cockatrice, head of a rooster, body and eyes of a dragon. Created from a chicken egg hatched by toast. Also possesses a deadly gaze, with the addition of a deafening roar. Weakness, thirst, scroll. Okay.
I always make conversation and bad rock puns when I see Gretchen. She just has sentimental value.
History of the occult.
Vin adores Jack Parsons. I wonder if it's an Abraxas thing or a Vin thing.
Chapter 4, The Moon, the Stars, the occult. The life and legacy of Jack Parsons. Few people achieve the levels of fame and notoriety that Jack Parsons did. And he managed to achieve it twice over as both a brilliant rocket scientist and an influential occultist. Born October 2nd, 1914, Parsons was a daring Semites reckless and July died on June 17, 1952, at the tragic age of 37. After an explosion in his home laboratory, between his work with Alias Crowley and L. Ron Hubbard, before Hubbard swindled him, and his contributions to the American counterculture movement. Parsons left an indelible mark. Some even credit him with our culture's growing interest in neo-paganism. Parsons is rightly seen as a pioneer in the aerospace industry, but his legacy is incomplete without an accounting of his contributions to the modern. In all aspects of his life, he worked tirelessly to pierce the veil between the known and the great unknown. Okay. What else did we learn? Okay.
Try Jack Parsons.
One article. Already read this one. I told you. Puff pieces.
When I heard about Diamond,
I know. That's when I really started digging into Abraxas.
Abraxas promises stability amid turmoil. The Abraxas Society is reeling from the sudden departure of their president, Diamond Washington. After only one semester in power, Abraxans were surprised to discover that the president's quarters were vacant on a Monday morning, 2 weeks before the end of the semester. Washington left behind a note saying that she was leaving school and resigning from the presidency, but did not offer any explanations. Abraxas is currently scheduling an emergency election for the presidency, and some members are wondering if the group is in trouble. However, Vin Lang, the previous president, thinks the society has a bright future. Listen, being the president is hard, but it's not go off the grid hard, Lang said. When I got to Caledon, I was a gawky theater kid with a crush on Jack Parsons. Abraxas was a beautiful refuge from the stress of college, and its members have gone on to do great things in many industries. Lang himself may be proof of Abraxas's magic touch. He recently celebrated a promotion to Director of Administration at Caledon, and was just named the first ever recipient of the school's Regents Chair Grant, which will allow him to pursue an MBA.
can you try Bonfire?
A few Labor Day parties, a production of The Arsonists, and... Oh.
Look at the date. That's this weekend. Do they have an annual bonfire?
Ugh. They misspelled
97.
Abraxas. Amateurs.
I mean, it's a student newspaper. You're all amateurs.
Excuse you.
Yeah. September 22nd, 1997, the Caledon bonfire at Secret Society House raises questions. A large bonfire at the Abraxas house got out of control and spread to the lawn on Saturday. The Lakeport Fire Department was called to 3180 Fremont Street after several neighbors noticed the smell of smoke. When the fire department arrived, the flames were mostly extinguished. The society issued a statement this morning apologizing for the fire and assuring the community that no underage drinking took place. You're right. This brush with the police comes after the society has been implicated in several high-profile crimes and hosted last year's memorable Krampus party. Well, memorable for those of us who weren't taken to the ER for alcohol poisoning. This has strayed too far from its occult roots.
So, what do we know?
Do anything to anyone, and we'd never know.
But the party wasn't on just any day. Is there something special about...
I think I have to talk to him.
Sorry, me again. If you're working today, does that mean Owen is too?
Locked in there all morning. And no, you can't talk to him. I can't even get in there, and I've got 10 urgent messages for him.
Okay.
I can see you're swamped. I'll leave you to it.
Stay out of trouble, please.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Third week of September. That's this week.
Mabon. The autumn equinox. In the northern hemisphere, Mabon occurs in the third week of September and marks the first day of the autumn season. Sometimes called Witches' Thanksgiving, it is a day of harvest festivals and nature walks. Summer gives way to fall. Participants often hold feasts to celebrate nature's bounty, or channel their creativity into autumnal arts and crafts. Autumnal arts and crafts. While Mabon is a moment when light and dark are in perfect balance, it is also a reminder that the easy days of summer are behind us. What will the coming winter bring? And what shadows will lurk in the lengthening dark?
Okay, try Mabon.
Oh, here we go. A masked Mabon party?
What the fuck, dude? September 24th. That's my wife's birthday. 1984, Dark Magic at Caledon. Special investigation. Did you know that here, on our very own campus, an occult society might be practicing the dark arts? They've even been known to play Dungeons and Dragons. The supporter won't name the group, who have threatened previous investigators with level lawsuits. But I can exclusively report that last Saturday, a Maybon party took place off campus. Attendees wore masks and drank potions from engraved goblets. At midnight, an unknown ritual took place in the basement. This photograph was obtained from an anonymous source who was eager to convince me that Maybon isn't satanic. It just celebrates the cycle of death and rebirth. Okay, I guess. But the rumors of human sacrifice are greatly exaggerated. The source ended the conversation after I asked whether their famed Hall of Secrets contains, as many have speculated, a portal to hell.
This is what we need. I just have to get my hands on a mask, and I could go anywhere, talk to anyone. Max?
There won't be a party. We need to talk to Vin and shut it down.
Hold on. Think about this. I'll post part 1 of my podcast tonight, then we'll go and ask people about it. They'll spill their guts.
No way. It's too risky.
Risky how? You're still not telling me something, aren't you? I told the police I was in that basement alone. Now you're stonewalling me?
I'm telling you, I only have suspicions right now. If you're gonna blow this story wide open, you need solid proof.
That's what I'm saying. I'm out of leads. President Teller ignored my requests for a comment. Reggie says I'm crazy. Tonight is my last chance.
Okay. I have a responsibility to try and stop the party. But Abraxas has ways of getting around the authorities, so I don't know how much good it'll do. I know you want answers. I also know that if you go to the Abraxas house tonight, you'll be putting yourself in danger. Again. Promise me you won't do that.
I promise I will try to find the truth and not do anything stupid in the process. I'm sorry. That's the best I can do.
I could rewind and make Loretta forget the party is even happening. But is that a step too far? Loretta and I might cover more ground together, but is it worth the risk?
We're gonna take it today.
Sorry, me again. Vin, you have to cancel the Maybon party.
He did. I told Reggie there wasn't a good backup spot to build a bonfire. It's canceled as of last...
Vin, I need that file from the archive by end of day.
Got it right here. Sir, about these messages...
They'll have to wait.
Vin looked like he wanted to chase Owen out of the room. Maybe I can push him over the edge.
I should rewind and convince Vin to leave when Owen does. Sorry, me again. You need help getting Owen's attention? Loretta is planning to release her podcast about the demolition tonight. But maybe if Owen gives her the comment she's after, he can reduce the damage.
Holy shit. That will get his attention. And, oh god, make him supremely angry. Still, thank you.
Vin, I need that file from the archive by end of day.
Got it right here. Sir, I have to speak with you. Immediately.
Not now.
It's new information about that podcast.
Fine. Walk with me.
That should buy me enough time to search the office. Normally I wouldn't suspect Caledon's president of arson. But someone's about to burn down the building he wants to get rid of. Can I hate something that would make Moses happy? I think I can. Owen could work anywhere he wanted, but he came back to Caledon. I thought that was sweet, before I met him. Did he lose his key or something? Everyone keeps saying that the Abraxas house is badly damaged, but I didn't see anything wrong.
Land parcel agreement. Fire will not demolish the building located at 3180 Fremont Street, hereafter referred to as the Abraxas House, until receiving a signed order of demolition from the Lake Burke County Court. Took place on Monday, September 23rd. Once the structural engineer, hereafter referred to as the engineer, confirms that the building is damaged beyond repair, the order of demolition can be resubmitted to the Lakeport County Court. If the engineer's report contradicts wait. Demolition. Country indicates demolition. Country indicates. The matter will be referred to the Lakeport Historical Commission for further review. Said provisions have been agreed upon by Caledon University and the Lakeport Historical Commission. Let's see what else can we got. Wait.
Nice, still logged in. Guess I'm due for a lucky break.
Emails. The fuck? Owen, my guys are telling me that you're throwing them under the bus to the Lakeburg PD. Listen, I've got plenty of words for the idiots who didn't check the basement. But who told them that the demolition had been approved? Who assured me to my face that the court documents were on their way? And it has to be tonight. You know how much shit I'd be in if the cops had found the explosives? I had to hide them in a dumpster like a fucking mobster. I only took this contract as a favor to Yasmin. Okay, what? But we're done. Tell my guys to pull the equipment. Find someone else to do your dirty work. And get your fancy team of lawyers ready. Asshole. Stan King, New England, Wrecking. Okay.
Owen's trying to seem more likable, so he outsources the job to a chatbot. This fucking guy.
Callie interface. Sir, the new AI chat program is ready for your review. I downloaded it to your desktop this morning. As I've said, I have some concerns about using your voice. I know we're attempting to address the unlikable and unrelatable accusations, but even with more boundary conditions, a user could get you to say just about anything. I'm sure you can imagine the potential downsides and PR nightmares that could follow. Let me know if you have any feedback for the developer.
Whoa. That doesn't sound like Owen at all.
Yasmin Fiad. Tell her. Subject. Last night. Are you feeling alright? Or discuss your previous message after the call with the board. I suggest you get your head on straight before then. Yes. I think the real question is, how did you fuck up your relationship with your daughter so badly that she doesn't even answer your calls? Oh, maybe you should stop trying. Or maybe I should offer her a professorship. She's clearly the real talent in the family. Owen. I'm getting calls from the demolition company. Stan is furious and threatening to sue. What happened at the Abraxas house last night?
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated assistant. How can I help you today?
What's on Owen's schedule?
President Teller has his weekly meeting scheduled with Reggie Kagan. Location, Central Quad.
Wait, he was just here. Breaking into his own files? That weird email to Yasmin? That wasn't Owen just now. Holy shit.
Safi.
What was she doing in Owen's office? She asked Vin to get a file for her. She's up to something.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Max? Are you, like, in there?
President Teller's office. Sir?
Then I need you to go get me something.
Is that you?
Fuck it.
Oh
I'm
my god.
coming in.
I'm a bitch.
Instructor Caulfield, your class size and inattention to grading have raised questions as to the efficacy of your course.
Wow, even the robot knows that Owen doesn't respect me.
You motherfucker. You're from Secrets of the Abraxas Society.
The Abraxas Society was founded in 1962 by Gretchen Kostoff. Originally known as the Caledon Women's Equality League, the group is open to all students in good academic standing.
Was worth a shot.
President Teller has his weekly meeting scheduled with Reggie Kagan, location, Central Quad.
Wait, he was just here.
That's it, right?
No Vin, no problem. Like I was never even here. You want to play cat and mouse, Sophie? Let's play. Sophie could be anywhere by now. But knowing her, she probably stuck around to watch me squirm.
I need your assurance that our understanding still holds. This isn't just about Abraxas' future, Reggie. It's about yours, too.
Max, hey. I needed to ask you about yesterday's assignment. Do you have a minute? Sorry, President Teller, I really need to understand this whole, a negative space thing.
That guy's a piece of shit.
Why do I suspect you're not looking to talk photography?
Sorry, I just needed to get out of there.
Are you okay?
It's been a day. Owen's breathing down my neck, up to my ass in angry emails, and now Marlon says I'm acting crazy.
Why would he say that?
When I saw him this morning, he asked if he could borrow something important, and now he's saying he never even saw me. Stoner. He probably just lost it and he doesn't want to admit it. But it's extremely important for reasons that are extremely time sensitive.
Does it have to do with the Mabon party by any chance?
Mabon? What is that?
Reggie, I know the party was officially canceled. It would be a very bad idea to hold it anyway.
I needed this whole
I always
time.
appreciate your advice, Max.
Was I needed this whole fucking time?
It's fine. It's probably a whole stack if I'm down in the basement. I just need to get there early.
So the party is still at the Abraxas house. Good to know. What was that talk with you and Owen about? It sounded intense.
Nothing important. Just ensuring the success of Caledon 2.0. No pressure.
He said the two of you had an understanding?
Understanding? Who really understands anything these days? What does that word even mean, you know?
Reggie, I know there's a lot going on. Just be careful.
I always am. See you around, Max.
That was definitely Reggie. But what about the rest of the quad? When Safi was impersonating Owen, she took a Caledon folder from Vin. That's my tell. Anyone with a Caledon folder could be Safi. I need to check out each one I find. The man has absolutely no hold on this guy. Safi was just shapeshifted as Owen. Maybe she didn't have time to change yet. Safi was just shapeshifted as Owen. Maybe she didn't have time to change yet.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Well, unless you want to help me liaise with the Abraxas Alumni Network, you are. Excuse me.
I can't...
Sorry. What were you saying? What were you saying? Fuck.
I don't mean to...
Well, unless you want to help me liaise with the Abraxas Alumni Network, you are. Excuse me.
He's unflappable. If I want to look inside that folder, I'll need to go big. He's unflappable. If I want to look inside that folder, I'll need to go big. Unsurprisingly, Owen is being a cairn Karen.
Unpermitted sculptures are not permitted on campus. This rock pile will be removed at the end of the semester. President Teller, what a douchebag.
The whole school feels about as stable as you do right now.
What do I do?
Well, unless you want to help me liaise with the Abraxas Alumni Network, you are. Excuse me.
What is this?
This guy doesn't seem like he'd mind pissing off the president. Maybe I can use that.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Okay. This won't help.
President Teller's sitting in the quad over there. I'm not sure he can hear you.
I can do something about that. Thanks, lady.
I hope the power of protest is enough to get Owen away from that folder.
Down with President Teller!
Well, that was a productive trip to the president's office. Need to regroup. Here are the people who definitely know more than they're letting. Reggie, being the president of Abraxas comes with a certain amount of skullduggery. He's hiding something. It's just a question of what. But Reggie has been working for months to save the Abraxas house. Why would he want to burn it down? Vin. Knowing more than he lets on is Vin's whole personality. He's a secretive guy, but he's also my friend. He reports to Owen, but he loves Abraxas. has been involved in something or caught in the middle of it. Lucas hates Caledon, emboldened by his podcast. Such a dick. I don't know if Lucas is capable of violence, but I certainly trust him less than I trust the other two. Who else? Here are other people who might know more than they're letting on. Owen. What's his deal? He seems laser focused on his goal of ruining Caledon by turning it into Tech Bro Haven. Would he burn down the Abraxas house if it stood in his way? Loretta? I don't think she's involved. She sure wasn't aware that the Abraxas house was about to come down. But Loretta's march was named after her for a reason. Besides, it's always a fair assumption that Loretta knows more than she, so... Safi. The wildest wild card. Currently running around campus for reasons unknown. Why is she back now? Why is she creeping around? Looking for information. Trying to get me off her scent. I have to talk to her. Portly fellow, which one is she?
Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
I need my photos. Nice. Thank you.
Is it me, or are there more of these gnomes around than there used to be? Is it me, or are there more of these gnomes around than there used to be?
The election of which ones?
Not a folder to be seen. Good. Safi hasn't been on campus since the storm. What is it like for her to be back here? Yasmin must have commissioned this sculpture after Safi died.
Sophia Dreams. Artist picture just said. The sculpture elicited a great deal of surprise when it was delivered to Caledon's campus. Communication with the artist revealed that it had been commissioned the previous year by President Fia, who had no memory of doing so. While its original purpose is unknown, this sculpture has become a mediation on impermanence. It reminds us that our thoughts and memories, as solid as they feel, are subject to constant change.
can always tell how I'm feeling by what I see in this sculpture. Today it looks like a dragon. Of course everyone has the same folder. And only one of them is Sophie.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Sophie saw my
Permanent.
class.
President Teller!
Maybe she'd shapeshift as one of my students to mess with me?
Hey, Jeanette. Oh, hey, Max. Fancy seeing you here.
Were you pleased with the photos you took in class?
Definitely. But I wanted to get a few more to choose from. I asked Reggie if he wanted to shoot together, but he said he had some pressing plans. Lame.
Doing some alfresco homework?
Oh, no, it's a personal project.
Okay.
I'll leave you to it. See you in class.
Max, have you ever... I'm sort of thinking about applying to grad school. Never mind.
Wait, Jeanette, I didn't...
It's cool, Max. I'll see you in class.
Okay.
Okay, best case scenario, Sophie is fucking with me. Worst case scenario, I broke my student's heart.
Save the Abraxas house! With President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Hey, Jeanette. Oh, hey, Max. Fancy seeing you here.
Doing some alfresco homework?
Oh, no, it's a personal project.
Were you pleased with the photos you took in class?
Definitely. But I wanted to get a few more to choose from. I asked Reggie if he wanted to shoot together, but he said he had some pressing plans. Lame.
I've been meaning to ask you, have you ever considered applying to grad school for photography?
Yes, actually. I wanted to ask you about it, but I figured if you thought it was a good idea, you would have brought it up.
I'm sorry. I'm still new at teaching, and I'm not used to people caring about my opinion. But of course, I think you're good enough.
Most of the applications require an artist statement, so I've been working on one. Would you mind taking a look?
I'd love to.
Ugh, it sounds really pretentious.
Artist statements are just like that. You're right in the pocket.
Artist statement. The first time I got to hold the camera, I was overwhelmed with the desire to capture an image of my mother, asleep in a hammock. My artistic instincts were so strong that I nearly dropped her Kodak P880 on her face. When my mother woke up, grabbed back her camera and forbade me from touching it for the rest of our vacation, I learned a valuable lesson. Photography is about permission. We are surveyed to some degree or another. Anytime we set foot on a city street or log onto our devices, we can take pictures of people with our phones, watches, or sunglasses. Well, with or without their consent. But to take someone's But to fake someone's photograph is very different from simply taking their picture. Though it might sound like semantics, to photograph someone is to ask another person if you can treat them as a piece of art, not as a commodity or a consumer. It redefines communication, introduces playfulness and spontaneity, and demands collaboration between the photographer and the subject. In a world beset on all sides by technology, which often has an isolating effect, photography remains a technology that connects us to each other.
I know it's a long shot, but I really love your class, and some of these programs have financial aid, so...
So what on earth do you have to lose by applying?
Exactly.
Okay, let's meet after class on Tuesday. I'll do my own research on MFA programs, and we can touch base.
That would be amazing.
Hey, don't wait for other people to tell you that you're an artist. You are an artist, whether they see it or not.
Wow. Thanks, Max. I'm so lucky to have you as my mentor.
Don't start crying. Don't start crying.
Awesome.
These little gnomes are moving around. So cute.
Whoever she is, Sophie's definitely laughing at me right now. Sometimes this sculpture feels like a self-portrait. Not today, though. Still no sign of Sophie. I have to keep looking. Sophie knows all the English teachers. If she wanted to blend in, maybe she'd choose one of them? Sophie knows all the English teachers. If she wanted...
Are we sure we want to do this? What if my husband finds out?
I already told my husband. He was excited until I told him he couldn't watch.
Oh, Max, can you give us a moment? We're discussing some plans.
Okay, so they were talking about doing a presentation together. That makes way more sense than where my mind went.
Northeast Literary Convention conference proposal. Name presenter Dr. Isabel Shin and Dr. Rafi Mia. Title of presentation: Virgin Woolf was so right. In the case of presentation summary: Virginia Woolf's groundbreaking essay, A Room of One's Own, was published nearly a century ago, but how far have we, as female writers, really come? And most concerning of all, can we get there any faster? Rafi, I emailed you a draft of the presentation. Why don't you take your pass through and we'll discuss things?
Did I hear?
Okay.
I wish my husband was as open-minded as yours. Okay, I'll book us the hotel room.
Try to get one on the top floor. We could get pretty loud.
Okay.
Whatever you wind up doing in that hotel is your business, ladies.
So, I'll get my hands in it, and you'll tell me if I touch anything sensitive?
Come on, I'm not fragile. Give it to me as hard as you can.
Nope. Not getting fooled again. Whatever you wind up doing in that hotel is your business, ladies.
Why are they doing this?
Hello?
Hey, hippie. Just checking in.
Have you talked to Moses?
Not yet. He was with a student. I'm just sitting outside the planetarium, trying to imagine what it would be like to go to school here. But if I had that kind of money, I'd probably just buy a tour bus.
You are gonna love Moses. I wish I could be there for this meeting of the minds.
I don't. This way, we can jump straight into talking shit about you.
Har har. Well, I'm sure he'll have some theories about what's happening with you. He'll probably want to run some tests, too. He can get a little test happy when it comes to powers and timelines.
On my trip out here, I spent hours wondering what it would be like to see you again. But I never expected mad scientist friend hangout.
What did you expect?
Most often, a slammed door in my face.
Really? Why?
Well, you never responded to my text, for starters.
I didn't know it was you. I didn't have your number in this reality. I barely even believed it was you when you showed up in person.
Excuses, excuses.
So what I'm hearing is, even though the school's in danger and reality's a mess, this trip is going better than you expected?
Oh. Damn. I guess it is.
I should get back to the search. I'll text you when I know anything.
See you soon.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
He died doing what he loved. Being struck by lightning really hard.
Sophie can't have gone far. I need to keep looking.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
The man has absolutely no hold on this guy. He's unflappable. If I want to look inside that folder, I'll need to go big.
President Teller! Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
President Teller's sitting in the quad over there. I'm not sure he can hear you.
I can do something about that. Thanks, lady. President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
I don't mean to interrupt.
Defend the students' right to self-govern! Save the Abraxas
What is it now?
Well, this certainly wasn't pulled from the archives. Must be the real Owen.
Board call Saturday, 1 p.m. Last night was an unfortunate, entirely avoidable incident. It was handled quietly, but could have been catastrophic. and demands immediate action. Go over police report. Miscommunication with demolition team. No better time to demolish the building. Creepy abandoned house will always attract attention. Need to act fast or it could cave in the next trespasser. Reminder, we are not trying to close Abraxas, but disbanding is always an option. If they keep acting up, Reggie's attempts to get Alumni Network on board with the move. Mixed relocation options, not a lot of Victorian mansions for sale. Have offered to build the house, but alumni are little shits. Obstinate. Pivot to Caledon 2.0, share new architectural plans. Share the logo without slogan. Ask for thoughts on possible slogans. Yasmin will generate consensus. For time to look forward, don't forget Tom's daughter's birthday is next week. Don't yell.
Reggie's gonna deal with it. Did you know he was an economics major before he met you and switched to visual arts? What a shame.
So you became the president of a liberal arts college, but you hate the arts. What's that about?
Contrary to the graffiti around campus, I'm not a heartless suit. For example, I'm something of a collector of Stieglitz prints.
You know, Stieglitz was one of the first people to champion photography as an art form.
He was, though I'm sure Stieglitz would be horrified at the state of postmodern art.
Well, Stieglitz has been dead nearly 100 years. I'd feel disappointed if he wasn't a little freaked out by my work. Your plans to expand the campus are receiving a lot of pushback. Have you had any second thoughts?
Of course not. The situation in academia is dire. If we aren't aggressive in securing our future, we won't have one.
If you change Caledon beyond recognition, have you secured its future at all?
A question for philosophers and linguists who, despite my better judgment, still have majors here.
You really seem to have it out for the Abraxas Society.
Yes. Out there, I want to get rid of a damaged building and build some much-needed classroom space.
I have nothing against a new science building. But
Loretta Rice is tenacious in her pursuit of rumor and nonsense. All the more reason to demolish the house and move past the rumors once and for all.
I'll let you get back to it.
Please.
Please tell me Sophie isn't with her mother right now. Or being her mother right now. Sophie is shapeshifted as Vin before. And I'll bet she'd love a chance to mess with her mom.
Max, you're out here. That's great.
Complaining about the new boss to the old boss?
And to think I used to complain about her. I didn't know how good I had it.
Nor does Owen. Once everything calms down, he'll be able to appreciate everything you're doing for him. Just give him time.
I know how she manipulates people with flattery, but it still works.
Is this an official graduate program performance review?
Officially? No. Unofficially, I could not be prouder or more honored that Vin is the first Regents Chair grant recipient of my tenure.
I never thought I'd make it to college, let alone business school. Caledon's given me so much. And yet, somehow I managed to give it even more in return.
This grant is set up to foster the next generation of Caledon leadership. There is no one more deserving.
Owen has a lot of big plans for the school. How is the board handling it?
The way they handle everything, by clutching their pearls. And they're all rich retirees, so they literally wear pearls.
We do. We have a call scheduled this afternoon to hear some updates about his Caledon 2.0 plans. I'm sure it will be as lively as ever.
If not livelier.
I'll leave you two to catch up.
Enjoy your weekend. The campus is beautiful this time of year.
Yeah, go take your next famous photo. Preferably of me.
You know I always support your work, Maxine, but if you take his portrait before you take mine...
Don't listen to her.
Maybe I can use this photo to get to the folder on the table. Mind if I move that folder? My last shot felt a little cluttered.
Thank you for reminding me. It's yours. That auditing student handed it to me and told me to pass it on if I saw you. Strange girl.
While we'd love to stay in pose, we really should get ready for the call with the board. Pray for us.
That was fun. Meet me at the Turtle for part 2.
the
XOXO. Safi's just fucking with me now. She's not even here. Safi's been one step ahead of me this whole time. Hopefully now I can get some answers.
I missed all my photos.
It started in December, but lately it's been getting worse. So I came to Max for help. And she told me, I guess you know, that I died. That my memories of what happened to us after high school didn't happen. At least, not to her. Basically, I shouldn't be here. By the way, you're doing pretty well with this whole talking to a dead girl thing.
Well, if you're friends with Max long enough, you get used to it. But I have many, many, many questions.
Do you know what it means? The visions, the different realities smashed together?
I have some, I want to say theories, but they're closer to fears at this point. Give me a minute. Max told me you're into astronomy. You want to take a look around? There's an image I captured upstairs that could be a new celestial object. Or it's just a speck of dust. Either way, you can help me name it.
Seriously? You're on.
All right, Moses. Let's see if you're as nerdy as Max says you are.
Yeah, Max. Hey, let me know if you need me to come your deputy. I was wrong. Mr. I mean, holy shit, this place is expensive looking. Moses Murphy, right? That's him. He's expecting you. Why do you make it sound so sinister? When I walk in, he'd be like, "Hello, Chloe. I've been expecting you." Moses doesn't have a sinister bone in his body. I have a bunch of sinister bones in my body. They're in my left hand. Because I'm left-handed. Sinister is left-handed in Latin. You and Moses are going to love each other. Last night's chance felt like city started off. After hundreds of miles, thousands of questions, and countless times playing every scenario out in my head, it happened. I met up with Max, and it wasn't a moment too soon. For all my worrying, it turned out that Max was the one in trouble, and I got to save her ass. Sure, I got into some beef with the loudmouth local and an overly enthusiastic bouncer along the way. I did manage to talk my way out of any serious trouble. Good to know I've stuff got it. It was almost too perfect. I slept in on her at this creepy house she was breaking into, and I was her away before the cops came. But man, the way she looked at me in the truck after we got back, before I crashed out, it was like she was staring at a ghost. It was probably just a shock, but maybe it has something to do with those horrible visions. I've heard her rummaging around downstairs. I guess I'd better go. I don't think this conversation would be anything like the thousands I've been prepping in my head. Maybe that's for the best.
Maybe Moses would let me print something for Max's birthday.
Wow. Moses flies his weeb flag high. Is that Nebula Rain? Only lesbians and uber nerds know about her.
I wish my job would let me keep a nerd den.
Max isn't thinking about her birthday right now. All the more reason to get her something.
Whoa. I'll bet you could see light years with this baby.
Liars, no.
Moses is going full Pepe Silvia with this investigation. Is that the dude from the bar last night?
Those guys at the bar are planning their protest for tomorrow? I don't like that timing at all.
Agreed. And the form is password protected. If someone was able to obtain it...
I'm on it.
It's been never known since the storm that better like put streets. Residents attempt to reveal some of them are uniting in their criticisms of an unlikely target.
A bunch of guys getting pissed off on a message board. This never ends well.
That's where I found Max last night. The place would be rubble if she hadn't been there.
And Max thinks the house is where the fire started. I don't know why it's important, only that it is.
Whoa. What happened here?
Max took that photo before she jumped back here. But I swear the fire was in a slightly different place when she showed it to me yesterday.
So, Max's presence has changed something. But the fire is still on its way. I've barely met this lady, but I keep seeing her face.
Safi was my best friend. I hate to put her up here, but she's been acting pretty erratic lately.
So many post-its. I've got to take this guy outside some night and ask him questions. This is the coolest kettle in the history of heating liquids. I'm not big on the magical schoolgirl thing, but she gets badass points for that eye patch. If I wanted to make Moses' day, I could ask for his anime recommendations. Is this an art room or a physics lab? Moses seems to know how to blend the two with expertise. Moses has a ton of rad shit. No wonder Max thought we would get along. Simultaneously existing in a state of dead and hanging in there. I know the feeling. A horticulturalist, too? What can't this guy do? I'm not usually into the whole sappy nature drawing thing, but this tree is pretty badass.
Inspired by Cherry Tree. Tip from the Rogue Bar artists.
A pet iguana? Dude, this office has everything. Some of Max's favorites are in here. It's good that she found a new movie buddy.
Away from home. Stories by Maya. Maya Okada's work went unappreciated in her lifetime. But it's finally getting the recognition it deserves. This collection is a reproduction of her self-published chapbook and includes 9 short stories from a brilliant memoirist whose life was cut tragically short.
Himself? Why'd he stop? Moses needs a name for this dot. I should help him out.
Possible planetoid. Planetoid. Need a name. Dawn. Space Pimple. Your titty. Space Pimple. Come on. Yes. Check back in with Moses.
Wow. You process quickly.
I'm just laying it all out. We'll see if anything emerges.
This guy's being very polite to the crazy girl who showed up at his office and monologued about alternate realities.
So, Professor, have you solved me yet?
Not in the slightest. But I do have some follow-up questions. I'm sure you do too. Why don't you start?
I don't mean to snoop, but who's Maya Okada?
She was a friend of Safi's. They were really close until Maya's suicide. That's what started all the craziness last year. Safi blamed several people for Maya's death, and she used her powers to get revenge.
Well, it's great that you bought her book.
And I wasn't the only one. Maya's work has been getting more attention in the last year. I'm sure Safi's delighted.
I know we have a metaphysical mystery to solve, but can I use your 3D printer?
What for?
It's Max's birthday. She's being so brave about this whole save the school thing, but I think she needs some encouragement. Your anime wall gave me an idea.
Say no more. You have to text me when you give it to her. She's gonna love it.
You got it. Give it to me straight, Doc. I'm ready.
I'd like to hear more about your visions. You said they started in December?
Yeah. And they weren't even visions at first. Just weird daydreams. Of a storm, or a path, or... But they just kept coming. Then I started thinking about them, even when I didn't want to think about them. And that moment in the green room a few days ago... I couldn't leave. I couldn't think about anything else. I was stuck on that path to the top.
Okay. What were you doing in the green room before it started?
Looking in a mirror. That place was a grimy dump. Usually my favorite kind of bar. But for some reason, I started thinking about tornadoes. When Max and I were in high school, there was this crazy week where Max thought a tornado was going to destroy the school. No, sorry, that did happen. But it also didn't happen? What's happening right now?
Let's start with what happened 10 years ago. A storm threatened your town, and Max was forced to make a choice. She let you die, averted the storm, and saved Arcadia Bay.
But I'm here.
Yes. Somehow, the storm didn't destroy the town, and you didn't die. Which doesn't make any sense, except...
Max died.
A year ago, a storm threatened the school and the town. And Max made another choice. Or rather, she refused to choose between Safi and Caledon. Somehow she saved Safi and the school. And however she tied those realities together, it appears...
She tied up some loose ends while she was at it. She brought me and Arcadia Bay back together? With Safi and all the rest?
Yes. Somehow. Your vision started when you remembered the tornado. The thing that couldn't have happened, but did. A paradox. Your life and experiences are coexisting along an entirely different reality. And that's not sustainable. Maybe when you encounter a paradox, you come unfixed somehow, but that would mean even us talking about it directly could... Oh no. Chloe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, stay calm and tell me what you see.
It's always the same path. It ends in this outcropping with a couple of benches. Like a viewpoint.
The Overlook. That's where Safi died.
But there's a lighthouse, too. Like the one from Arcadia Bay. There's a sign. It's for Caledon. And my old high school.
So this place pulls attributes from both towns. Hence the lighthouse.
The sky is... wild. Lots of auroras and shit.
So it's nighttime?
I don't think there's a sun in here.
She called off the search. Stopped looking for herself. Missing, they said. Then, lost. Going, she replied. Then, gone.
What's happening now?
There's always something weird when I get to the top of the path. Me, dead. Safi, alive. A turbocharged lighthouse beam.
Okay. As far as we know, nothing in this space is real. or can hurt you.
As far as we know, huh?
Safi practically lives here now.
The stitches, of course. Sounds of someone crying. Overlooking lines. Some kinds of too. There's a lot. If you're willing to explore and watch yourself die repeatedly.
Ground turned to my high school bathroom.
Interesting. Does that place hold any special meaning?
Sure. It's where I died. Okay, Max is pointing a gun at Safi, and there are a lot of photos.
Photos of what?
No. Shit. I saw Max. She had a gun, and it always ends a little differently, but I died. That's what I've been seeing. Me dying. Max killing me.
You said there were photos. What happened after that?
The lighthouse beam turned on, and... What's wrong?
Chloe, you vanished. Disappeared for about 3 seconds. Before you came crashing back into the cabinet.
What? Where did I go?
I don't know. I think maybe that place takes you back to the moment where Max made her choice. About Safi. About you. Max stitched these realities together, but if you keep going back there, picking at the stitches, it could all unravel.
So what do I do? How do I make sure I don't think about, you know?
Well, distractions seem to help. Your job. Loud music, lots of people, probably kept you safer. But now that you're aware of it, and what it means, we might have just accelerated whatever is happening. I'm so sorry.
Hey, man. I asked.
We won't risk any more explorations into the Overlight. That's what we're calling it now, by the way. I'll do some brainstorming. Maybe research mental techniques for...
Don't bother. You've got to focus on the fire.
But we need a plan. Your visions are growing in intensity, and that place is dangerous. If you spend more time there, you could undo the merge. You could revert back to your own death.
I'm serious. It's okay.
Why should I get to cheat death? It's not like I deserve it more than my dad. Or Rachel. Max saved me in the bathroom. But she couldn't make it stick. The time she bought me, it's enough. More than I deserve.
What do you mean? Of course you deserve to exist.
Not according to reality, or the universe, or whatever keeps trying to make me dead. Max has done everything she could for me. She always has. The least I can do is be there for her now. So, on to the good stuff. Who do we think is planning to start a fire? And why is this tweed dildo up there?
Lucas Colmenero is a former Caledon professor. He's been stirring up animosity between Caledon and Lakeport.
If he hates Caledon, you and Max won't be able to get much out of him. Max may have gone full ivory tower, but bars are still my scene. I'll head back there right now to chat with him and his protest buddies. Maybe I can learn more about their plans.
Fucking love this game. Okay. I'm gonna stop it right here, guys. We'll be back. Be back. Story so far.